Hey guys, it's Momma Gamer Mel. We are back again with another episode of Doki Doki Literature Club. Okay, so last time I got suckered into joining the literature club. I didn't realize my character was a boy, and now I have to write a poem. So we did the poem at the end. Well, we had to pick words, and then I don't know what's gonna happen. So let's just jump right into it and see what's gonna happen. Hi again, Momma Gamer. Oh god, I'm really worried about how this story is gonna look, or this poem. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. That was a lame ass laugh, even for me. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but at least I keep my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last to come in, so everyone is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, Momma Gamer. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh, come on, like he deserves any slack. So you already told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year. And last year, too. I don't know if you plan to just come in here and hang out or what, but if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Natsuki certainly had a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Manga is literature! Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her sleep. Don't worry, you guys. Momma Gamer always gives it his best as long as he's having fun. He helps me with busy work without me even asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room. How dependable. Sayori, that's because your room is messy, it's distracting, and you almost set your house on fire once. Is that so? You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous. How come? You and Momma Gamer can become good friends too. Sayori? She has no clue. As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she just put me into. Oh! Yuri even brought you something today, you know. Wait, Sayori? Me? Not really. Don't be shy! It's really nothing. What is it? Never mind. Sayori made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. What do I do? I'm sorry, Yuri. I wasn't thinking. I guess that's me. It's up to me to rescue the situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place. So any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what. Is that so? Yeah, I won't make a big deal if you don't want it to be. Alright. Well, here. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I don't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention even if you don't usually read. And we could, discuss it if you wanted. This is... How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Whew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Sayori and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more. But at the same time, I would feel bad for distracting her from her reading. I catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. It looks like the same book she lent me. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. Crap. I think she noticed me looking at her. She sneaks another glance at me and our eyes meet for a split second. That only makes her hide her face deeper in her book. Sorry, I was just spacing out. I mutter this, sensing I made her uncomfortable. Oh, it's fine. If I focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed. If I was focused, I probably wouldn't have noticed you in the first place. But I was just rereading a bit of this, so that's the book you gave me, right? hmm I wanted to reread some of it, not for any particular reason. Just curious, how come you have two copies of the same book? Uh, well, when I stopped at the bookstore yesterday, and that's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy two of them. Ah, I see. There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decided to let it go. I'll definitely start reading it soon. I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable story. Is that so? What's it about anyway? Well, mm, Yuri closed the book and scans her eyes over the back. The book is entitled. The book is titled Portrait of Markov. There's an ominous looking eye symbol on the front of the cover. Alright. I just wanted to make sure I don't accidentally give you anything away. Basically, it's about this girl in high school who moves in with her long lost younger sister. But as soon as she does, her life gets really strange. She gets targeted by these people who escaped from a human experiment prison, and while her life is in danger, she needs to desperately choose who to trust. No matter what she does, she ends up destroying the most of her relationships and her life starts to fall apart. That's kind of dark, isn't it? Yuri made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so that dark turn came out of nowhere. Yuri gently giggles all of a sudden. Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, Momma Gamer? No, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy those kind of stories, so don't worry. I hope so. Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri is into those things. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. It's just that those kinds of stories, they challenge you to look at life from a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil, but because they have their own goals and their own philosophy that they believe in, then suddenly, when you thought you related to the protagonist, they're made out to be the naive one for letting their one-sided morals interfere with the villain's plans. I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything. Well, I guess it's alright then. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. When I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts, I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. So I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. And please stop me if I'm talking too much. That's. I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. It's literature club, after all. Uh, that's. Well, that's true. In fact, I might as well get started reading it, right? You don't have to. What are you saying? Just a moment ago, you said you were looking forward to it. Mm, let me just get the book. I quickly retrieved the book that I had put into my bag. Alright, it's fine if I sit here, right? I slip into the seat next to Yuri's. Uh, yeah. Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive. That's, I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to, it's just something that I'm not very used to. That is, reading with company with someone. I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or something. Alright. I open up the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about the reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly a bad thing, maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri is in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead. Sorry, I was just. Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you? I do? I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean, uh. Here, this should work, right? I slide my desk up against Yuri's, then hold my book more between the two of them. Ah, I suppose so. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we each lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. It feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right hand to open the book. I guess this makes it kind of difficult to turn the page. Here. Oh, how cute. They're snuggled up together. Somebody's gonna get jealous, I think. So I think they all have the thing for, well, me. My character, I mean. Good drink of my coffee. Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. Ah, I did the same with my right arm on the right side of the book. That way, I turn the page and Yuri slides it under her thumb after it flips to her side. But in holding it like this, we're huddled even closer together than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. It is as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face and she's in the corner of my vision. Are you ready? To turn the page. Ah, sorry. Pervert. I think I got distracted a bit for a second. I glance over Yuri's face again and our eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her. Um, that's okay. You're not used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a little bit longer. It's probably the least I can do, since we've been so patient with me. Yeah, thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer ask me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume she finishes the page before me, so I turn by my own violation. Ooh, excuse me. So sorry, guys. I keep burping up my coffee. Give me 1 second. I need to take another drink. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her as she catches it under her own thumb. Hey Yuri, this might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit. You think so? Oopsies. Sorry, guys. I went a little too low. Well, I guess she's more blunt in a lot of ways, but she also secondhand guesses all of the things that she says and does. Like she's afraid she'll do something wrong. It's not like I can see into your head or anything, but they kind of reminiscent of some of your mannerisms. I see. Yuri remains silent for a moment. But Momma Gamer, that's probably a terrible thing to have in common with her. That's so embarrassing that you think that. Wait? I didn't mean it in a bad way or anything. Sorry, I didn't know you were self-conscious about that sort of thing. I guess I meant, I more meant that it's kind of cute. Ah, you're saying, what are you saying all of a sudden? Okay, everyone. I think it's about time we share today's poems with each other. We might have enough time if we might not have enough time if we wait too long. Oh God, I would hate to see what my poem is. Yuri exhales, spared her from finishing her thought. Blah. Getting all tongue-tied here. Is that alright, Yuri? You look kind of down. I'm sorry if you haven't been looking forward to this. It's not. It's fine. Yuri releases her hand from the book, causing it to close on top of my thumb. Alright, I guess I'll do some more reading tonight. Or would you prefer I only read it with you? I guess I don't have much of a preference either way. In that case, I'll read a little bit more tonight. It'll be more fun to read with you after it picks up a bit, you know? That's good reasoning. In that case, feel free to finish the first few chapters on your own time. Alright. I stand up. I make a mental note of where I left off in the book and then slip it back into my bag. By the way, did you remember to write your poem last night? Yeah. My relaxation and I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. That That would be embarrassing. Like, to just write a poem, especially with the words I picked out. I'm terrified to see what that's gonna sound like. But it's literature club, guys. Let's literature. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I've really never done this before. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with? I can't wait! Sayori and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayori's is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I'd do the same myself. Oh gosh. Who should I show my poem to first? Okay, so Yuri is the one that I've been reading with, and it seems like he has a crush on her. And obviously, I think she has a thing for him too. But I kind of want to know a little bit about Natsuki and Monica. Sayori is my best. Why did I say Yuri? Sayori is my best friend, I guess. So, who should I share my poem to first? Because I think this might set up the whole theme to the story. But yet at the same time, I don't know. I think my safest bet would be Sayori because that's my friend. So I think I would want to share it with her first before I share it with like people I don't really know. Even though I have a crush, it seems like he has a crush on Yuri. Or he's starting to develop feelings for her. But yet at the same time, you don't want to scare her off. I mean, she's a little weird. I'm not gonna lie. But we'll do Sayori. Yeah, I'm definitely most comfortable sharing it with Sayori first. She's my good friend after all. See, exactly what I was just thinking. This is a good poem, Momma Gamer. Oh god, thank god it doesn't throw the poem in my face to read out loud. Are you sure it's your first time? Of course. It's not that good. I am the kind of guy who would be writing poems in his spare time. I guess you're right. But that's why it impressed me. Well, to be honest, I was afraid that you wouldn't do it seriously. I just randomly picked anything. Or that you wouldn't write one at all. I'm really happy that you wrote one. It just reminds me of how you're really a part of the club now. Not to mention that the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room. Well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise. See? It's like I said before, Momma Gamer. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? Trying new things like this for other people, that's something that only really good people do. Thanks, Sayori. I'm not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here. Then again, I can't deny she's part of the reason I joined the club. I mean, I read that all wrong. Whatever, I'm paraphrasing here. Knowing how much this means to her and all. Ooh, shit, excuse me. Yeah, and I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That will be my way of thanking you. Alright, I'm going to hold you to that then. Yay! Now you'll read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. We'll see about that. Uh-oh, here we go. Oh, we get to see her poem. Dear Sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you miss me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever. But I'm not mad. I want breakfast. Sorry. This is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this? No. Yes, she did. Just a little bit. You can answer just a little bit to a yes or no question. I forgot to do it last night. Well, at least that makes me feel a little bit better about myself. Don't be mean. I still tried my best. Yeah. I didn't mean to say that it was a bad poem. It came out nice, or how should I put it? It sounds like just like you. Really? Yeah, especially that last line. I made eggs and toast. Hey, that's what I had for breakfast. Even though you were late to school, it's bad to skip breakfast. That's what I think. Like I'm the type of person that I have to eat breakfast in the morning. My husband's like, I can skip on breakfast. I'll just have like a brunch type thing. But I have to have my eggs in the morning. Doesn't matter how I have them. I just have to have them. I get all cranky. Girl, I feel ya. Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me. This was so much fun. Monica's the best. Yeah. But next time I won't forget. And I'm gonna write the best poem ever. Well, I guess I look forward to it. Oh, shoot, I still have to show everybody else? Oh. Okay, give me 1 second. I need to take a drink of my coffee. Okay, so Natsuki, Yuri, or Monica. I don't know who to show it to next. I mean, should I just save Yuri for last since I'm kinda have a thing for her? But then again, you know what? We're just gonna go down the line. Natsuki's next. Well, it's about what I expect from someone like you. That's a little blunt. Well, excuse me. It's not like I said it was bad. It just didn't invoke any emotions. My bad. So basically, that's not cute enough for your taste. Do you want to get smacked? I'll pass. Well, anyway, I guess I need to show you mine. Not that you'll like it. Hers is really short. Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try, but that's about it. Yeah, I told you that you weren't gonna like it. I like it. No, I don't. What? Just be honest. I am. No, I'm not. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff, but people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't that the point of poems, for people to express themselves? Your writing style shouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly! I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. I like to set up a rhyme for the end, and then I made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized. That's what I meant to be. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, guess not. I decided to humor her with that last comment. I don't really care how old anyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Okay, we're gonna save Yuri for last. We'll do Monica. Hi, Momma Gamer. Having a good time so far? Yeah. Good. Glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we could do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course, I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, Momma Gamer. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But it's that sort of barrier that we'll learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem. Great job, Momma Gamer. I was going ooh in my head while reading it. It's really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. Now I'm really curious on what I wrote. I really hope at the end I can see what I wrote. and what the game made for me, because that'd be kind of cool. But we just have to wait and see. I guess I underestimated you. It's easier for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That way I always count. It always counts when I put in some effort. Aha! That's not fair. Or that's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism. Unlike Sayori, who likes using simple and direct words to describe happiness and sadness. Yuri likes it when the readers are left to derive their own meaning out of it. It's very challenging to write like that effectively, both allowing people to get something out of it just by feel or letting them deeply analyze all the nuances. It could take years of practice, which I'm assuming Yuri has at this point. I never really asked though. I'm sure I'm nowhere near her level yet. Don't worry so much about that. You do your own thing. Just keep exploring and learn by new things. I'm sure you'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find out what kind of style suits you. Everyone else might be a little biased towards their own kinds of styles, but I'll always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Aha! Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims not to be very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't always mean I feel that way, you know? I see. Well, let's read it then. Hole in wall. Alright. It could have been me. See the direction the spackle protrudes? A noisy neighbor, an angry boyfriend. I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel. Blind, like the film left out in the sun, but it's too late. My retina's already scorched with a permanent copy of meaningless image. It's just a hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep, stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out. And he, on the other side, was looking in. Alrighty then. So what did you think? It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for any feedback. It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about such stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip for the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try too hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a dark puddle of ink. Give me 1 second, guys. What? Okay, sorry. Let's see. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. She's funny. Okay, now we gotta show Yuri. I'm really hoping I get to see my poem. I really do. Alright, let's see her poem. Oopsies. Okay, as Yuri reads the poem, I noticed her eyes lighten. Exceptional. What was that? Did I say that out loud? Yuri first covers her mouth, but ends up covering her whole face. He's going to hate me. You really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri. I guess you're right. What am I getting so nervous for? Yuri takes a breath. So, what kind of writing experience do you have? Your use of imagery and metaphors indicates you've written a lot of poetry before. Really? Wow, that's a huge compliment coming from you. This is actually my first time, really. Huh? Yuri stares at me blankingly, then looks at my poem again. Well, I know that. I just meant, Yuri trails off, unable to find an excuse. She traces her fingers along the words in the poem, as if breaking it down more thoroughly. Yeah, okay. This is the reason I was able to tell. It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I've learned to pick up on them. I think that the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds a train of thought, it's as if a demeanor totally changes. Her stammering has completely gone, and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing, even a simple poem. Not just finding them or binding them, or building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. That's like you can be a little biased though. Biased? How? Um, well, never mind. I shouldn't talk. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, to me, or Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamingly as if it's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be about literature club? Alright. Ghost under the lights. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing. It must be this one, the last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe. Calm, the calm breathing air of the present but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. Alrighty then. I'm sorry, I have such terrible handwriting. What? I wasn't thinking about that at all. But it took you a long time to read. Well, I just don't read scripts very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. And that's a relief. I also like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you liked it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more wild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghost story? Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Momma Gamer. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But I remember that poems often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn putting that way. I hadn't even thought of that. Well, that's impressive. It's nothing really. Yours is impressive too, so nah. If anything, I could probably learn a thing or two from you. You think so? Yeah, of course. You know, I was really nervous about doing all of this, but in the end, I enjoyed it. I'm going to keep doing my best for you, Momma Gamer. Me too. Weirdo. Phew. I guess that's everyone. I glance around the room. That's a little more stressful than I anticipated. But it's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing ability. Even though they were being nice, there's no way my poem can stand up to theirs. This is literature club after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayori and Monica are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They're gingerly exchanging sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems, and as they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns to the poem with the desk on one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. Uh, you mean you'd have to try that hard to come up and say something nice? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all. Sorry guys, I'm getting all tongue-tied here. Well, I do have a couple of suggestions. As if I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sorori liked it, and Momma Gamer too. So based on that, I'd gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me, I appreciate the offer, but I spent a long time establishing my own writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless of course I came across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. And Momma Gamer liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh my goodness, so sorry guys, hold on. Natsuki stands up. Oh, I didn't realize you were invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. Uh, that's not what I said. You're just. Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Momma Gamer appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours. Huh? And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Gee, is everyone okay? Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Momma Gamer started showing up. Natsuki? Natsuki, that's a little. This doesn't involve you. I don't like fighting, guys. Suddenly, both girls turned towards me as if they noticed I was standing right there. Momma Gamer, she's trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. If she could just get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point of making your poems all convolute when no reason? The meaning should jump out at the reader, not force him to have to figure it out. Nah, I got all tongue-tied there too. Help me explain that to her, Momma Gamer. Uh-oh. Please don't put me in the middle. Wait, there's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. Excuse me. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meaning the most effectively. Avoiding them is not only unnecessarily limiting yourself, but also a waste. You understand that, right, Momma Gamer? Um, well? Oh god. How did I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing. But whoever I agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me. So of course it's going to be. Hmm. You know what? I'm running to my friend Sayori. Natsuki. Natsuki glares at me, drying up any words I have in my mouth. So instead, I turn to Yuri. Yuri. But Yuri's expression is so defensive that I can't bring myself to say anything. Sayori! Yeah? Everyone's fighting is making Sayori uncomfortable. How can the two of you keep fighting when you know you're making your friend feel like this? I'm a gamer. Well, that's her problem. This isn't about her. I agree. It's unfair to for others to interject their own feelings into our conflict. Ah, yeah, unless Sayori wants to tell Yuri what a stuck-up jerk she's being. She would never. It's your immaturity that made her upset in the first place. Excuse me? Are you listening to yourself? This is exactly why nobody likes. Stop! Ooh. Natsuki, Yuri, you guys are my friends. I just want everyone to get along and be happy. My friends are wonderful people, and I love them because they are differences. Natsuki's poems, they're amazing because they give you so many feelings with just few words. And Yuri's poems are amazing because they paint beautiful pictures in my head. Everyone's so talented. So why are we fighting? Because, well, also, Natsuki's cute and there's nothing wrong with that. And Yuri's boobs are the same as they've always were. Big and beautiful. Sayori. Sayori stands triumphantly. Monica stands behind her with her bewildered expression. I'll make some tea. Yuri rushes off. Natsuki sits down with a blank expression at her on her face, staring at nothing. So this is why Sayori is vice president. I whisper to Monica. She nods in return. To be honest, I might come off as a good leader, but I can organize things, but I'm not very good with people. I couldn't even bring myself to interject. As president, that's kind of embarrassing of me. Nah, it's not like I can blame you. I wasn't able to do anything either. Well, I guess that just means Sayori is amazing in her own ways, isn't she? You could say that. She might be an airhead, but sometimes it's weirdly suspicious that she knows exactly what she's doing. I see. Take good care of her, okay? I would hate to see her get herself hurt. That makes two of us. You can count on me. Monica smiles sweetly at me, causing my stomach to knot. Such a genuine person really does make a good president, regardless of what she says. If only I can get the chance to talk to her a little bit more. Oh lord, my dude. He just wants to work his way around the room, doesn't he? Okay, everyone. It's just about time for us to leave. How did you feel about sharing poems? It was a lot of fun. Well, I'd say it was worth it. It was alright. Well, mostly. Momma Gamer, how about you? Yeah, I'd say the same. It was neat. It was a neat thing to talk about with everyone. Awesome! In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. And maybe you learned something from your friends too. So your poems will turn out even better. Shit. I think to myself, I did learn a little bit more about the kinds of poems everyone likes. With a little luck, that means I can at least do a better job at impressing those who I want to impress. I nod to myself with newfound determination. Momma Gamer, ready to walk home? Sure, let's go. Sayori beams at me. It truly has been a while since Sayori and I have spent this much time together. I can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. Sayori, about what happened earlier? What do you mean? You know, between Yuri and Natsuki. Does that kind of thing happen often? No. That really was the first time I've seen them fight like that. I promise they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you? No, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. I can see why they make good friends with you. Whew. You know, Momma Gamer, it's nice that I get to spend time with you in the club. But I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest. And I think everyone really likes you too. Yeah, I think so too. That's... Every day is going to be so much fun. It looks like Sayori still hasn't caught on to the kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does it really need to stop there? Well, we'll just have to wait and see. Oh my god, never mind, I'm just gonna skip that. I said that more to myself than to her, but it's really easy to use Sorori as an international monologue sometime. Internal. God damn it. I can't talk right now. Okay. Yeah, let's do this. Alright guys, I think this... Oh god. Okay, we'll do this real quick and then we'll end it. See, and let's see. Secretive. I really wish I could see my story though. Okay, I'm just gonna randomly pick. Meh, meh, meh. Yeah. All right, there we go. Boom! Our poem is magically written. So this is where we're gonna leave it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this episode. We will continue next time and see what the rest of these poems are looking like. So far, this game doesn't seem too bad as far as disturbing wise, but I don't know how the rest of it's gonna go. So we will continue and see where it takes us. All right, guys. Have a great day. Bye.